We're just past the halfway point of the legislative session. What bills are moving that you've been working on or supporting?
Well, there's a couple bills that I've really worked hard to get past this session. The first is House Bill 2492, which is called the Crisis Standards Bill. This would provide limited immunity for those healthcare organizations in the wake of a disaster, whether it's natural or man-made, and we have to bring in healthcare providers from other parts of the country. This bill would provide limited immunity in those contexts when healthcare organizations don't have the full tools available that they normally would to credential these healthcare providers. Again, the primary focus in these types of situations is providing making sure that the healthcare support is there for people who are injured and sick and so forth. So that's what this bill does. It provides the incentive for our healthcare organizations to do that. The other bill is a significant piece of legislation that would change the way we handle involuntary civil commitments for mental health treatment. And again, this stems from a tragic incident up in Seattle where a young, bright 30-year-old individual was killed by the Seattle police because he was in a schizophrenic episode and was dangerous with a gun because he hadn't gotten the treatment that he desperately needed. And his parents had tried to petition the county for months to get him the help that he desperately needed, and for a lot of different reasons that was not available to him. So this bill would give parents the right to petition a court for an order of involuntary commitment so that those individuals who desperately need some mental health treatment there's other avenues that parents and close family members can take to get them the help that they need.
The Senate proposed a bill that would reenact the two-thirds vote of the legislature to pass tax increases. What happened with this bill?
Well, unfortunately, the bill did not pass off the Senate floor. It failed by a very close margin. And I think that's unfortunate because the two-thirds requirement for tax increases has been supported by citizens throughout the state on two different occasions. I think very, very popular, passed with significant majorities of citizens. And I agree that there ought to be special thresholds for the legislature to overcome if there's going to be a proposal to raise taxes. We do this in other areas of the legislature. For instance, bond votes require a supermajority. And so having a supermajority requirement for raising taxes, I think, is not out of the ordinary, and it certainly is there to help and protect the taxpayers, which I completely agree. So we're going to have to do more work on this to get these bills through the legislature and to the people so they can vote on a constitutional amendment.
You and your House and Senate seatmates are hosting in-person town halls on February 22nd. What can folks expect, and where will the events take place?
Well, we're going to hold events in Maple Valley and Issaquah and Snoqualmie. I really look forward to these events to really have interaction with constituents. We're going to talk about all the major issues that we're dealing with down here. Education funding, which is very important. Transportation, and whether or not the proposal for a gas tax increase will come before the legislature this year. Certainly, we're going to talk about the state's budget. What I want to talk about is my plan for reducing taxes, reducing the size and scope of state government, promoting more freedom for folks, and a pro-growth prosperity agenda that will promote jobs and getting folks back to work in Washington State. Those are the issues that I'd like to address, but certainly we'll have lots of time for question and interaction. It's going to be really, I think, some good events, and I hope everyone turns out.